So Tisca, what does motherhood mean to you?
I think it introduces you to the concept of, in the most visceral, direct way, not being about yourself. It's at that moment, you could be wanting to do anything else, like a bodily need or whatever, but you need to attend to your child, and that, I think, is just vital.
How did you feel when you first held her in your arms?
Like there's a small, sugary fountain of joy gurgling in the depth of my life all the time. I can never be sad beyond a point. No matter how bad the day is going, I need to think about some nonsense she's done or some words she's learning to speak. And I start giggling.
So about traveling with her, do you take her and do you think that sort of a global education of being exposed to everything and being outside one's home environment is actually important for a child?
So I was shooting this film in a place called Chiploon, which is the back of beyond. It's like the interiors of Maharashtra. We were staying in a place which was not like a multi-floor thing. There was just like these little cottages. So there were cats, there were monkeys, there were turkeys, there were butterflies. She had such a good time. It was so well-rounded for her.
Does she have much of a social life? I know that's a funny question for a baby, but does she go to a play group, or what are your views on that?
You know, it's not a funny question at all. Had someone said this to me a while back, I would have laughed my head off. But I don't anymore, because there's my life and then there's her life. At age 1 year, 9 months, she has a calendar.
Yes, so and more hectic, I think, than ours. Mine clearly are much more socially active than I am.
Yeah, she's fully active and she's in high demand. Yeah. So she's being called to birthday parties, she's being called to like little do's that they have, then there are play dates, and all the friends are suddenly like, okay, you need to send her over. Yeah. So she has play dates with adults who are thinking, okay, you know, friends who don't have babies. So she's doing all sorts of things. And of course, then I try and spend as much time as I can with her.
When it comes to socializing, you and your husband, do you guys get some time on your own? Do you think it's important to have a social life outside of being a mummy?
So given the amount of time we spend away from her, we like to spend as much time as we can with her. And most of our friends have kids who dote on her. Yeah. Their kids are a lot older. We started late. So she's the youngest. And so we have ready-made babysitters. Actually, maybe it was just a really wise move on our part.
Yeah, I was going to say, so you guys can go and party and stuff and leave her. But do you do that? Do you have time, like, just go for romantic dinners and stuff? I mean, personally, I find after the kids, to be honest, I don't know if I honestly don't know if it has anything to do with them or if they've become an excuse to not go out. But more often than not, Rupak and me will kind of, after a long day, we're most happy, like, relaxing, maybe watching a film and being at home. Do you find that, or do you feel like you guys go out as much and you have as much of a social life?
I'm actually happiest at home.
Yeah. But have you always been like that?
I've always been like that. Okay. So for me, it's status quo. Okay. For me, there's really no change. I'm home, I like being home, and if I step out, then if something has to be done, I will do it. But otherwise, I'm really happy at home. We love watching movies. Yes. So we will call in whatever we need and watch it at home. Yes. And at that point, she gets put in her room. Yes. She stays there. She does her own thing with her toys, her friends, whatever. And we watch what we have to watch. Yeah. But we're around.
So Tisca, you have been amazing. And because I somehow feel that you're very sort of wise, I'd like you to give us any tips, suggestions, or anything you'd like to say to fellow moms out there.
We're all the products of our messed up childhoods. In some way or the other.
Not messed up. Let's give our parents credit. They did a great job. You've turned out amazing.
So have you. But you know, the point I'm trying to make is that that's what makes us human. And so there's no reason to fret. And a child will understand your intent. I think there's a Buddhist word for that. It's called ichinin, which basically means the truest, purest, last grain of intention in your heart. And if that is correct, and the child knows you love the child, and that will not change no matter what they do. I think you've given the child the best possible thing. Even if the education or the dragon mom going from class to class to class, it's all okay. Yeah. So long as the child knows that I am loved, I'm a great person. Yeah. I have one whole piece of life in me, and that's worthy of respect and love, just for that reason. Yes. Not because I've come first, not because I'm good at guitar, not because I'm playing soccer, just because I'm me.
Yeah.
And I'm unique and I don't need to fit in. Just that's enough, I feel.
So Tisca, as always, it's been so lovely chatting to you.
Tara, it is so amazing that you're doing this show, because parenting is honestly an area that people are very confused about. But I think the best thing is to follow your instinct.
I agree. And on that note, thank you so much, Tisca.
Thank you, Tara.